Let's be honest, self-care is more than just face masks and bubble baths. It's about taking care of you, the inner you, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some self-care habits every woman needs to have a healthier and happier life. First up, let's get into some physical care. Some simple self-care physical habits include drinking at least 2 liters of water a day. Trust me, sometimes you're not even hungry, you're just thirsty, and your body needs to be fed with some water too. I know sometimes it's really hard to keep track of how much water you're drinking, so maybe get one of those motivational bottles. I even got one myself where it actually tracks how much water you're drinking every single hour, and it has even some motivational short sentences that say well done, or you're almost there, halfway, you've just started, things like that. Whatever you need to do to make it cute, to make it fun, do that, because trust me, going to the toilet 5 times a day is not fun, but trust me, your body is gonna thank you for it later. Eating nutrient-dense meals is so important because it maximizes the intake of the necessary vitamins, the minerals, and the fiber that you need while cutting down on unnecessary calories. Eating nutrient-dense meals helps you to prevent chronic diseases like cancer, stroke, heart disease, and even type 1 and type 2 diabetes. All in all, it optimizes your overall health by supporting functions like digestion, and it strengthens your immune system at the same time. So why wouldn't you want to eat healthier? Yes, I know we like to have a cheat meal here and there, but let it be here and there. You can't be eating cheat meals every second day. That's not how it works. That is not caring for your body and loving your body. Love your body. It is your temple. So make sure that you're feeding it really good foods. I know you've probably heard it 100 times, but you need to move your body. You need to work out, girl, whatever that looks like. Whether you are walking, whether you are running, whether you're in the gym, whether you're doing CrossFit like myself, lifting weights, doing strength training, you need to get the blood flowing. Honestly, physical health has been so vital for me, especially last year, because I was really struggling with my mental health, and it really helped me just to get stronger, because there's a mental toughness that you need for gym. And if you know, you know. It is not easy, but it's one of the most rewarding things that you can do for yourself. It's also one of the things that helps you to reduce the risk of having some serious diseases like hypertension, diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. Honestly, if there's anything that you take away from this video, is that physical exercise really helps you with your mental health. I've seen it work for me, and I know it will work for you. So if you are struggling with your mental health in whatever capacity, whether it's anxiety or depression, just get into the gym, just take a walk outside, just get outside and get your blood flowing. It's really going to release those endorphins, which are the happy hormones, and just take a bit of pressure off of you. Fueling your body with some good food and some movement is the ultimate form of self-care. Now let's talk about our mental and our emotional self-care. Here are some 3 tips that you can do for your mental self-care. It's setting boundaries, digital detox, and journaling. Yes, I know you've heard it a couple of times, but journaling really helps. Let's first get into digital detox, because I know some of you guys are just doom scrolling non-stop, wasting your life away. Trust me, I do it too. I'm on social media, but honestly, there's a time and a place, and sometimes we really need to cut down on the amount of time we are spending on these apps. It is not healthy at all. I feel like sometimes I tend to lose a sense of reality when I'm scrolling all the time on social media, because I'm just looking at these perfect pictures and people and their perfect lives. We need to remember that people are only going to show us what they want us to see. So it's better not to compare, because comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm still working on this too. It's still a struggle for me, but I've definitely cut down on how much time I spend on social media. Some of these apps have an amazing feature where it allows you to track how much time you are spending and when to cut off. So you can set it for 1 hour a day. So you can only spend 1 hour on that social media platform. Once that hour is up, you get something that pops up on your phone to say, hey, you've been on this app for too long now, it's time to take a break. You can hit snooze and ignore it, obviously, or you can actually get off. And I feel like it has really been helpful for me to actually track how much time I'm spending, because you don't even realize you can spend 2 hours on TikTok and just get lost in the rabbit hole. Honestly, a digital detox can improve your mental health. I have seen it for myself. It has reduced my anxiety and has enhanced my focus and productivity in so many areas. I didn't even realize how much time I was spending on these apps until I started doing 75-day challenge when I actually do not have time and all I'm doing is filming and editing. So just think about it. Maybe that's something that you want to implement. It's a really, really good self-care habit. Now, one of my favorite self-care habits is journaling, just to write down my thoughts, to clear my mind, to dump everything on those morning pages. It is bliss. I don't know about you, but I struggle with overthinking sometimes, and my thoughts just go rampant and I am just creating all kinds of scenarios in my head. So sometimes it's really good just to take a step back, write it all down, and then be able to reflect, to be like, is this real, or am I making a lot of this stuff up? It honestly just provides such a safe space to be able to reflect your thoughts and how you're feeling, because sometimes people are not always there and available to hear your thoughts, to hear how you're feeling. And sometimes people honestly just don't have the capacity to carry that weight or that burden. So journaling just allows you that outlet. You're able to self-regulate, you're able to be aware of your feelings, where you're at, how you're feeling. It actually improves your memory as well, and also it reduces a lot of the stress that you're feeling. Something great that also comes out of journaling: improved writing skills, some problem solving, and some creative writing too. So maybe just give it a try. The last one for the mental and the emotional self-care is boundaries. Learn to say no to protect your energy and just to protect yourself in general. Setting boundaries allows you to clearly communicate what is acceptable to you and what you will not do. It ensures that you are not taken advantage of and you're able to have healthy relationships with other people. Honestly, I had to learn this the hard way, because I have not been good with setting boundaries at all. I was the yes doormat. Like, anything you ask me, I'd say yes. People knew that, and I think a lot of people took advantage, and it just took that one person to take the right amount of advantage, and I learned. I had to learn the hard way. So now I am learning to say no more often this year, and I'm trying to keep myself accountable to that, because it's hard, especially the former people pleasing in me. Oh, she likes to come out and just want to make everyone happy, but you can't. Even when you think you're making everyone happy, you're really not, and you're doing yourself a disservice. So just focus on you sometimes and put you first. Everything else will flow from that place of peace and knowing you stand where you stand, you have your integrity, you have your boundaries, and no one is allowed to overstep that. And I hope that people will be able to respect that too. Honestly, protecting your peace is just as important as protecting your skin. Of course, we have to implement self-care for our spiritual being. At the end of the day, we're not just flesh and blood, we are spirit, and our spirit needs to be taken care of as well. Now, I was not going to close off this video without saying you need to be in your Bible, you need to be praying, you need to be spending time with God, because everything flows from our relationship with Him. And I am a testimony of that. God has been so good, and He continues to be good in my life. And I've just seen, when I press into Him more, when I spend more time with Him, when I read the Bible more, I just feel so much lighter. I feel like my burdens have been lifted off, and I find rest in God. And it's such a beautiful thing. I cannot explain it. It can only be felt and experienced. So trust me when I say God is there to give you peace. He's there to give you rest. He's there to give you joy, and He's there to take care of you as well. So please don't neglect your spiritual well-being. It is so important. Now, I want you guys to remember that self-care is not selfish. It is so necessary. You know, when you're in the plane and they tell you that you need to first put on your oxygen mask first before you help the other person, that's exactly what self-care is. You can't be of help to anyone if you are not helping yourself, if you are drowning, if you are struggling. So please, girl, please take care of yourself and love on you. Comment down below what are some of your favorite self-care tips that I have just mentioned, and most importantly, which self-care habit are you going to be implementing in 2025? If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. If you are not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next video.
I got the weed at the crib and the liquor too. I fuck your soul, I release in your spiritual. I be your muse, bring your